Good morning. Well, I've always wanted to be like Dolly Parton, and today I'm going to be. Dolly Parton just did an audio walk for Apple Watch, and I'm going to do an audio walk for you. Let's go. Today is the day when we're supposed to begin getting 2 years of rain in a week or 2 weeks. So far we have 0 rain. But I thought, first of all, I wanted to take a walk today, and I saw on the internet that Apple is doing something called Time to Walk, where they're engaging personalities, celebrity personalities, to walk and talk and sing and do music on Apple, for the Apple Watch, so that people have something to do while they walk. And I thought, in my great confidence, I thought, I can do that. I can walk and talk to my readers. So I thought today I would take you on a walk around my block and maybe inspire you to walk a little bit, and also tell you a little bit about my neighborhood. So this block that I'm walking on now is perpendicular to the street that we live on, and it's like a little cul-de-sac. It doesn't open up onto a major boulevard. It just, I'm just going to take a turn around the end, and then we will come back to my home. So this is the walk that my family and I take very often. I take it I try to take it once a day. I don't always take it once a day. I try to take it very briskly. It's a very short walk, but it's good to get out. I feel good to be out in the air right now. There's a lot of new houses on our block. The old 1950s, 60s houses are being torn down, and so we're getting a lot of new houses on our block. But there's also a lot of ranch houses. We live in an older ranch house, and we love it. The other thing about this, about our walks, is that we would always take them, sort of after meals, especially in summer. We would have a lovely summer meal at home, and then our girls and Robert and I would just take a walk around the block, chat with the neighbors, and just, sort of be in touch with our space in the world. A funny story about walking on this block is when we first bought the house in 1987, we were very excited about it because it had a back unit that we thought my mother could live in. And so we bought it. We didn't buy it on impulse. We of course thought about it a lot. It was very expensive for us at the time. We had 2 new children, and we were both working. But so anyways, we bought it, and the first night that we moved in, we took a walk around the block, this exact same walk. And as we got to the end of the block, as I am now, I'm now turning the corners, you can see, on this little cul-de-sac. As we got to the end of the block, we thought to ourselves, oh my God, this house is way more near to the freeway than we expected. And in fact, it is pretty near to the freeway, which we didn't know when we bought it. I don't think it would have changed our minds, but we always laugh about that we bought a house that was not geographically in the place that we thought it was. So beyond this row of houses here is a street, and beyond that street is the freeway. So it's really just a block away from here. So that's fun. It's a fun story. The other thing about this block is that it felt very safe as our children were growing up. And so we would often have parties that included lots of, you can hear lots of mowing and lots of gardeners. We would often have parties that included walking around the neighborhood. I had to stop a minute and talk to a friend. She's the mother of a neighbor. And actually that neighbor who lives at the end of the block was my student, was a freshman student in one of my classes when I was first starting to teach. She's just the dearest thing. So anyways, I was talking about birthday parties. We had one birthday party which was a triathlon where they started at our house and then they had to ride their bikes all the way down the block and back up, and then they, no, let's see, if it was a triathlon, I think they ran a little bit, then they rode their bikes, then they came back and they had to get in the pool and run a lap or swim a lap. So that was fun. And the other great thing about our neighborhood and the little walk that we do so often is that my mom really enjoyed it. My mom lived with us for almost 20 years, and she would love to take walks, and she made friends in the neighborhood. Now mind you, she had only lived in one place in California, in North Hollywood, all of her life. And so it was a big move for her to move in with us. But we wanted her to be near us, and she didn't want to be alone in North Hollywood after my father passed. So we built a house for her in our backyard. And she lived with us, and she took walks around the block with the family and with neighbors that she met. She was very chatty like me. And so she made a lot of good friends here as well. And many people still come by and say, oh, I remember your mom. I remember her garden. I remember her irises. And that makes me very, very happy. So that was the walk with Dolly. Oh no, it was the walk with Jill today. It's just a short little walk around the block. And I feel refreshed and ready for the day, and I hope you do too. Home again, jiggity jig.